What's up guys, Oracle back again. Another video. Tank is looking good. Nitrate finally hit 0 today. Nitrite hit is about 20 off 0, which I'm hopefully tomorrow it just hits 0 finally. Yeah, this guy is fat. Just been eating. But yeah, nothing really bad has happened. The tank has been stressing out lately. I have gotten everything almost under control. You know, I was heading toward like a tank failure, in my opinion. Like, you know, just I couldn't get the ammonia down. I couldn't get the pH down. I couldn't get the pH up. You know, a lot of things are just happening at once. Because I properly cycled the tank, but I didn't like anticipate the tetras growing so fast, and these guys were like this small. Now they're this big, but they actually, when they were like so small, they didn't really eat. They ate a little bit and then didn't produce any waste. So my ammonia spike went up when they grew up. The cories started to get acclimated. They started eating. You know, I didn't really see my bio load because I was going too quick. Because I thought I saw my bio load. I thought there was enough beneficial bacteria in the filter to handle everything. So I haven't seen any of the loches for 2 days. I found 2 dead ones, so I'm guessing the rest are dead for now. Tomorrow I'm gonna be picking up all those rocks because I've been having a huge pH problem, and I don't have a lot of easy fixes for it, to be honest. And I think this guy's the problem because this guy steals a lot of food, or she. Like as soon as I throw food, she goes crazy. But and so far it's only been loches. I haven't been able to keep a loach alive, to be honest. Like every loach I get eventually dies. I don't know if it's I'm not putting food for them. Everyone says they're bottom feeders. You could just put anything in a tank, it'll eat it. I have never seen one eat. And I just assume the cories eat. I haven't seen the cories eat either, but they all seem fine. I haven't seen a dead cory. They actually got a little bigger. So yeah, I don't know. So I am guessing there are at least 3 more dead loaches in here. I don't know if they're alive or dead. They could be under these rocks. So that's where they used to go hide. I did see one of the loaches that died was the one that went into the filter, and then I found it in the filter, put it back in, but I guess he didn't acclimate back, and then he died. And then the other loach, I think that was one of the new set too. He passed away. But everyone else seems fine. The tetras are super calm. All the cories are good. It could be the pH is stressing them out because I have low pH right now. And I don't have a lot of solutions for it, to be honest. It's the last thing I need to fix in the tank because my pH is here. I want it at least at 7. And even with like I don't want to keep dousing it with pH up, pH up, pH up all the time because I don't feel like that's a good fix. So, and then, you know, most people are going to tell me, oh, just do a water change. Well, that's another problem. My water, if I do a water change, my water is between 6 and 6.4. So when I put that in the tank, it basically does nothing, and then it will equal out to maybe 6. But I am putting crushed coral in the tank. I will have to keep doing that because it degrades over time, but it should increase my pH by a substantial amount with it degrading, going to tank. And then I'm also getting like some beneficial bacteria bricks. I got them for the stock pond because I was going to lay out the bottom layer of stock pond with it, kind of like a foundation bacteria. But they're kind of blocks. They should be like this big. And I was going to kind of just build them around the heater to hide the heater. Or I was going to take the rocks apart and then put them behind there and then put the rocks around it. And then also I will try to find the rest of the loaches. Everyone else looks good. Everyone's eating. All the betas are good. The beta that flew into my water changer actually healed up pretty nice. He doesn't look bad at all. He's actually growing a little bit. And aggression wise with the betas is very mild, maybe a little chasing. I haven't seen any nipping. I haven't seen them like, I actually seen them share the top when I put the beta pellets. I seen them share the top, So I think I have a good group. The piece of shrimp just flying by. The frogs love the shrimp, but I think it's a little too fattening, cause she just like, I can't tell if that's all food or she's just chunky. Yeah, but those are my thoughts. That's what I'm gonna do to handle the pH. Cause I was gonna put driftwood, but now I'm scared to put driftwood because driftwood also lowers pH, and I already have a problem with low pH. But once I get this my stock pond kind of set up to the point where I could put all these guys in my stock pond real quick, I might I just might rescape this whole aquarium. I'm gonna save all the water, put these guys in the stock pond with the heater, and then maybe that will give me at least 2, 3 hours, 4 hours max to rescape this whole aquarium. Get the gravel, get the sand out. I was gonna do white sand instead of the black. I was gonna do coarse, crushed core gravel on top of the white sand, and then under the white sand, I was gonna do 2 inches of dirt, 3 inches of sand, crushed core on top, and then driftwood piece in the middle, and then scape it while the plants are around, and also the lava rocks. I think the only thing about that is that if I put a dirty tank, I feel like I need to let this aquarium sit before I throw them back in, because I know the dirt is fertilized and stuff. So I might keep them in a stock pond. I'm not gonna do that until I feel like I can actually keep them in a stock pond without them dying. But that's my idea for like maybe next month or next 2 months. But yeah, all the snails are doing good. This snail I figured out because I was asking people online like what type of snail this is, but this is actually a normal snail. He came from that plant, then he jumped in here, and then he fucking died. He crawled out his shell. Actually, I don't know if he crawled out his shell or someone pulled him out, but that's him right there. The slugginess, that's like the slug of the snail. I don't know what you call snail with no shell, but he crawled out his shell because I think he was trying to get out the water, or someone yanked him out the fucking shell. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to take that out tonight because I left it in there to see if the loches would eat it, but then I figured out the loches are dead. So now, well, I don't know if they're all dead, but I definitely feel like they all are. And to be honest, I might give the loches a break. I really wanted them, but like I can't get it to work. Maybe when the tank is accustomed, and then all the information online, I found that like they're not the best bred. They sell them in packs of 10,000 in a bag in barrels. You never know what you're gonna get, and they live to like this says they live to like 5 to 10 years or something like that. So it's like, damn, I really do want them, but maybe later. It's a blessing. I see every failure as a blessing because now I have less fish in the tank, and then I have an easier buy load. So it's whatever. To me, failure is, most people, failure is not an option. To me, failure is definitely an option. Giving up is not an option to me. I'll just, something bad happens, I'll learn from it, recourse, get better. The flow in the tank is pretty good. I have my outtake like hitting like downwards, but it doesn't create that much of flow. I have that going up. It looks aggressive, but it's not really not. Like the top is barely moving. And she has no problem like swimming up there. See, the only part when there's a lot of flow is like right here. This is where the outtake is like pushing in, but that's about it. I just gotta clean this sponge off. All the moss seem doing good. This, I might take this out. Honestly, I don't know if this is doing too good. Cause this was basically a moss on a log, but I don't really think it adjusted well, to be honest. All of it's brown. There's barely green on it, and I had this almost as long as I had the tank, cause I brought this like this first week. All the moss I bought has been doing pretty good, and it's more green and brown now, so I'm pretty happy about that. You know, that's a plus. Yeah, but that's about it. I'm gonna put some more beneficial bacteria media, kind of help the tank with bioload. Hide it in the back. I'm gonna put the crushed coral to hopefully get my pH under control. It's not the worst thing, but I kind of want it at least. I want to at least scrape 7.0, or at least get it right there, like 6.8. If I could do that, that's great, because I can increase it with water changes and it won't stay. Well, I'm not talking to you right now. Need to relax. Yeah, but I'm just ending the video here. It was a very short one. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to find all the loches. And hopefully no one else is dead, because I don't think no one else is dead. I haven't counted all the cories, but I've been seeing like them just kind of vibe out. This guy's kind of funny. He actually I seen betas like lay on leaves on TikTok, but this guy kind of just lays on the rocks. It'd be like early in the morning, and I think he's dead. She's dead. I keep saying he for him. I don't know. I keep calling her him sometimes. I don't know why. But I just don't know. He just likes laying on that thing. He has bounced back. You know, I thought he was kind of dead after he went through the water cleaner. He went straight through the filter. He probably got hit by one of the blades, because he was bleeding when he came out. But I still keep my eye on her every day. I haven't named the blue ones yet. I named Marceline and Baby Girl, and that's it. It's my signal to get off. Thank you guys for watching. So tomorrow I'm getting the crushed coral and stuff, so hopefully I can do a video tomorrow on it. Hopefully I get it in the morning, and then at night I can do a video, see how the pH is. It won't be an overnight fix, but in the long term it'll be beneficial. I wish I had white sand, because the crushed coral is gonna look kind of ugly in here, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But I do have plans to like rescape this a little bit when I get my stock pond ready. It's just I have to like measure. I know it's kind of weird, but this thing is huge. Like, I know it's hard. It's kind of hard, but these are my feet. I'm standing in it. And then if I sit down, let me sit down. Like, I'm laying down inside of it, and then my head is just about under it. And then I gotta do all this substrate, and then I was thinking about like 2-inch soil and then 3-inch sand, crushed coral on top, and then I was gonna put these meteor square like bacterial bricks around the sides, kind of hidden by the sand, and beneficial bacteria could just grow there inside the pond. I'm gonna have a filter as well, but that would be just inside the pond as like just free bio, bacteria to grow in it. I'll also have lava rocks. I might try something other rock, maybe the shiny silver ones. But I might have a big lava rock piece in there. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try to find a big driftwood piece for the middle. And I was gonna do this Pokemon theme as well. I have a couple ideas. I was gonna get like a skeleton, like torso up. Have the skeleton like laid flat down, head to the side, his arm out, and then he's grasping a Pokeball. Have him on the bottom like that, and then just decorate it with ghost types on the bottom. Or I could somehow make a Pokemon battlefield. Like outline the rocks and have the Pokemon on one side and Pokemon on the other side. We'll see what happens. I just have a lot of ideas in my head. But definitely, I'm going to raise the pH. The plants look good, to be honest. And I just got those, and I haven't been growing for too long. The ones in the back are actually getting pretty high. And the longest plant I ever had was this guy, which is a reed, I think. And it's grown almost... It's going to be outside the tank soon. I got it in one of those assorted bulb packs. But every single other bulb just died. It wasn't my fault. And half of them you're not even supposed to put in substrate, but there's no instructions in it, so I didn't know that. So this one grew. It just kept growing, and it's almost to the top. I kind of like it. I'm going to try to find out what this is specifically and just get a bunch of them, to be honest. But yeah. But when I set up the stock pond and move these guys temporarily here, I might move this to a different spot. Or I might put my dryer in the living room again and just move this more to the side. And then I can move all this stuff to the back, because everyone usually complains that I have stuff in the front. It don't bother me, but I know aesthetically pleasing it is to have something in the back or to the front because you can't see it. But I just like... Me personally, I like to just be able to just quickly get to the stuff I need to get to when I need to get it. Okay, I'll put this stuff in the back. There's no space back there. I'm going to have to move the tank, tilt it over a little bit. And then I don't have side panels, so I can't do none of that. So I'm good. But yeah, that's the tank. The plants are growing nice. Everything else is good. I just got to get the pH up. Which is not a hard thing to do. But then I'm kind of scared to put driftwood and other things in it now. But I have everything in here but driftwood, so that's a plus. And I'm still waiting to see if the moss kind of brightens up, because the moss was delayed 4 days in shipping. All the plants did good. The moss is the only one that's kind of like holding back. So I'm just seeing if it's gonna last or not. But hopefully it does. But most of this, like the moss that moss balls, moss on log, I feel like these things just don't last. I might take them out the tank because I feel like majority of it is dead, and it's just adding on to my dead plant matter in the tank for no reason. If anything, I'll see. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm just babbling at this point. I catch you guys on the next video tomorrow, which I'll be putting a crushed sorrel, and then I'm gonna really look for those loches if they're alive. Some of them might just be in the sand, but I'm hoping that they're all, and the rest are alive. But I'm guessing they're dead. I don't know what happened to them, or what changed so drastically, or they just couldn't handle the tank stress, and then it got to them and they passed away. But it's such a weird thing to see all the other fish thriving and then some fish struggling. But I might do a lot more research on them before I get them again. Yeah, but everyone else is fine. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And then hopefully, you know, more positive changes. Everything has been positive. The loach thing was a setback, but then like, you know, now I have less of a buyer load, and then I can minimize my tank more. And the tank will be healthier. So, you know, you gotta look at the bright side. I feel like in this hobby, if something bad happens and you just let it get to you, you're just gonna end up being like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore within the first tank. I don't think anyone's first tank went just perfect, like in every way possible. The majority of people can research for 10 years, 5 months, 3 weeks, a day. But at the end of the day, you don't know how it's going to go until you do it yourself. Because me, I'm not even a visual learner. Not a vocal learner. I learn by doing shit. I learn by touching, doing, experience. So even though I did a decent amount of research, but until I had a tank in my hands, the problems in my hands, I didn't actually retain a lot of that knowledge. Alright, but I'm gonna go. My dog is harassing me. She's saying, turn the shit off. It's time to play. See, I paid that. And you threw all my pillows on the floor. I need to clean those too. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. But I already forgot what I was saying. I was saying, yeah, most people learn by doing. I learn by doing. You know, even when I fail, I'm not scared to post it. I'll just post it. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as I'm learning from it and not doing the same mistake. Because if you guys notice, I haven't bought a single new fish for about 3 or 4 weeks. Which I'm lying. But I haven't bought nothing since... What was the last fish I added in here? I actually don't remember what fish I added. I think it was the frogs. It was the frogs and the shrimp. Ever since then, I have not added fish. And ever since then, nothing has died except for loches today. But, you know, it goes to show you that. But what is nice, I have the plants growing. I'm kind of watching out videos how to create new plants. This one actually shot up like crazy because that's new stem. And then this new stem coming out the bottom, which is great. I might get one more I might chill out on the plants for now and just save my money for the pond. But I feel like I get some Java fern for the rocks and just complete it. I wanted to get driftwood and put Java fern on it, but or maybe some Anubias, but like I don't want to lower my pH. If I get my pH really good, I'll get the driftwood. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.